Education is the ability to listen to almost anything without losing your temper or self confidence. It is one of the greatest quote or say thought by Robert Frost. Now we'll do one of the problem in semi elliptical leaf spring. And the problem statement is like a semi-elliptical leaf spring is used for the suspension of the rear axle of a truck if it consists of two extra full-length leaves and 15 graduated leaves with a band of 100 mm. The center to center distance between spring eyes is 1.1 meter. All leaves are pre-stressed to 400 megapascal. Capital E is equal to 200 gigapascal. The maximum force on spring is 75 kilonewton. Take total depth to width ratio as 2. Determine first one cross section of leaf, second one initial nip, third one load on band. This is about the given statement of the problem. Now we'll list out the data of this particular problem. A semi-elliptical leaf spring is used for the suspension of rear axle of a truck. It consists of two extra full length leaves. So here number of full length of leaves I suffix f is equal to 2 and 15 graduated leaves. So number of graduated leaves I suffix g is equal to 15 with a band of 100 mm. So central band distance he has given L2, that is equal to 100 mm. The center to center distance between spring eyes is 1.1 meter. It is nothing but the distance between eye end of the leaf spring, that is center to center distance, to L1, that is equal to 1.1 meter or 1100 mm. All leaves are pre-stressed to 400 megapascal. Now here irrespective of either graduated or full leaf spring, it is pre-stressed with a certain value has given 400 megapascal, that we need to consider. Permissible stress sigma f is equal to, or pre-stress sigma f is equal to 400 megapascal, that is equal to 400 newton per mm square. And Young's modulus E is equal to 200 gigapascal or 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. The maximum force on spring is 75 kilonewton. So central load to F, that is equal to 75 kilonewton, 75,000 Newton, or F is equal to half of that value, that is 37,500 Newton or 37.5 kilonewton. And total depth to width ratio he has given. Total depth is number of leaf, that is I, into depth or thickness of the leaf, that is h. I into h divided by b dash. B dash is nothing but width, that is equal to 2. And here he asked to find first one cross section of leaf. Cross section of leaf is nothing but thickness and width. Thickness h is equal to question mark and width b dash is equal to question mark. And initial nip. Initial nip is denoted by C, that we are supposed to find, and load on band f suffix b, that is equal to question mark. These are all the various unknowns we need to find. Now to find the unknown, that is cross section of leaf spring, such as thickness h and width b dash, we need to go for stress in spring when full length leaves are pre-stressed by using equation sigma f is equal to 6 into f into L divided by I into b dash h square. That is equation number 11.32c, page number 182. From that equation it is possible to get the value dimensions. And one more equation is required since this particular equation have two unknowns b and h, one more b dash and h, and one more equation we have from the given condition, that is ratio of total depth to the width, that we can use. We are getting the unknowns. Next, initial nip, that can be evaluated by using equation the initial gap between the full length and graduated leaves with the pre-stress. From that it is possible to get the unknown initial nip. C is equal to 2 into fl cube divided by I into b dash h cube into E, that is equation number 11.32a, page number 182. And next, last unknown, that is load on band f suffix b, that is to overcome that initial gap what it have, that can be evaluated by using equation load on the band to close the initial gap, that is f suffix b is equal to 2 into I suffix f into I suffix g into f divided by I into 2 into I suffix g plus 3 into I suffix f. That is equation number 11.3 to B, page number 182. Soon after listing data and equations, now we'll go to the solution. In the solution, the first unknown, the cross section of leaf spring, its thickness and width, respectively h and b dash. Stress in the leaf spring when full length leaves are pre-stressed. That equation is sigma f is equal to 6 into f into L divided by I into b dash h square. We'll call that as equation number 1 because n number of unknowns we are supposed to find. Now in that the first unknown f anyhow we have got, that is 37,500 Newton per mm square, sorry 37,500 Newton, and sigma f is given 400 Newton per mm square, and where L is nothing but effective length of the spring that can be evaluated by using the fundamental equation, that is 2 into L, that is equal to 2 into L1 minus L2, where L 2L1 and L2 2 is 2L1 is nothing but center to center distance, and L2 is equal to band length. So by substituting the value, we are getting 2 into L, that is equal to 1100 minus 100. So we are getting the effective length L is equal to 500. So for the equation 1, even L also over. Now we are supposed to find the number of leaves. We know that total number of leaves I is equal to summation of the graduated leaves and full length leaf, that is I is equal to I suffix g plus I suffix f, or I is equal to 15 plus 2, or I is equal to total number of leaves, that is 17. So in the equation 1 we have got all the unknowns. Now we'll substitute in equation number 1, we are getting b and h. So now by substituting this value in equation 1, we'll have sigma f, that is 400, that is equal to 6 into f is a 37,500 and L is equal to 500 divided by I is nothing but number of leaves, that is 17, b dash and h square. By simplifying this, we are getting the relation b dash h square, that is equal to 16,544.11. b dash h square, that is equal to 16.544.11. We'll call that as equation number 2, because here one equation with the two unknowns. Now we are supposed to make use of one more given equation, that is from the given data he has given the ratio, the total depth to the width, I into h divided by b dash, that is equal to 2, or 17 into h divided by b dash, that is equal to 2, or finally by simplifying that we are getting the relation b dash, that is equal to 8.5 h. Now we'll substitute this in equation number 2. It is possible to get the value thickness as well as width. Now after obtaining the value b dash is equal to, that is width is equal to 8.5 times the thickness, we'll substitute that in the equation 2. We are getting 8.5 into h square, that is equal to 16,544.11. Therefore we are getting thickness of the band h is equal to 12.48 mm, or we'll round up that to 13 mm. Next, by substituting this in the previous equation, that is b dash is equal to 8.5 times the h. So we are getting width of the leaf is b dash, that is equal to 8.5 into 13, or that is equal to 110.5 mm. So the cross section is 13 into 110.5 mm. This is the required first unknown. After obtaining the dimensions of the leaf spring, now we'll go to the second unknown, that is initial nip C. Now here one of the sketch I have included in that the distance C, that is R1 and R2, it is a radial distance between R2 and R1 at the center distance of the semi-laminated spring at a distance L. That initial before applying the force, that gap is derived, that is called as nip C, that we are supposed to find. That can be obtained by using the equation C is equal to 2 into FL cube divided by I into B dash H cube into E. Now we'll substitute the unknowns. We know here all the values. We'll substitute in that equation. We are getting C is equal to 2 into 37,500 into effective length L is 500 cube divided by number of leaf I is equal to 17 into width of this leaf spring is 110.5 mm into thickness is 13 mm, that is 13 cube into Young's modulus value E is equal to 200 gigapascal. That is 200 into 10 raised to 3 megapascal or Newton per mm square. By simplifying this, we will get the initial nip or gap between uh, leaf springs is 11.35 mm. This is required second unknown. After obtaining initial gap or nip C is equal to 11.35 mm, we'll go to the last unknown that what he asked, that is load on band FB. This is nothing but it is the that is the load that is required to overcome that gap. The load on the band to close the initial gap. That is equation F suffix B is equal to 2 into I suffix F into I suffix G into F divided by I into 2 times the I suffix G plus 3 times the I suffix F. Now we'll substitute the unknowns. Here we know all the values. So F suffix B is equal to 2 into